What's poppin', y'all? I'm loving this new Trippie Redd, man. This rollout is excellent. Trippie's back in the mix. He's going at it with Future, of all people. And I don't think this is a genuine beef, but it is like friendly sparring, if you want to call it that, because these guys, the gloves are the hoes. What can you say? And they better have gloves on when dealing with these hoes, because some of them should not be reproducing. But this all starts off with the allegation that Future was taking back a watch he gifted one of his, I don't even know if we can call them side pieces, but one of his women. And that chick was seen with Trippie Redd. So the photo is the chick was used as a prop to flex on Coi Leray. I did a video on that. I might put it in the pinned comment if I remember. So that chick was used because she has a completely different body type from Coi Leray, and this was after Coi Leray was talking about doing the baby shower alone, or people were making comments about her doing the baby shower alone and Trippie Redd not showing up. So then a text thread leaks with Pluto, who also known as Future, and it says SMH, and this was after the chick was posted by Trippie Redd. I hope you got that tattoo removed. Embarrassing. You really a good girl. And then she's got like a tattoo of Future's name. I believe it was on the side of her head, like sideburn, which I don't know what a good girl definition is to Future. Not sure. But she goes on to say, LOL, you're such a narcissist. You know, NPD is like 1 to 2%. I believe, of the population. Yet everyone that you've met talks about some ex that was narcissistic. What does that tell you? You took back my watch. You took back my watch. Look at that vocabulary right there. There's nothing really to speak on. And he says, that's your guy now? We talk, ... I don't know if that's the right answer or the wrong answer for Trippie. It seems like you're doing a lot more than talking. You come to Miami, don't let me know, huh? Trippie Redd lives south of Miami. The majority of these rappers that talk about that they live in Miami, not the majority. A lot of people that say they live in Miami don't really live in Miami. They live in, I don't know, freaking like one of these suburbs outside. It could be up to an hour outside. Dudes be living in Hollywood, Florida, talking about they live in Miami. Like, come on, let's not do this. And he says, you think that's not the case with, no. He says, you have Cabriana, Brianna, Jessica, etc. I don't want to be a part of that. He says, you stupid to think that's not the case with any of these other dudes. And so people are looking at it like, okay, I think people blew this out of proportion. Like they were saying like, yo, Future tender for these messages. I mean, if Future if Future's got 10 chicks and one of them just falls off, I mean, it is what it is. You don't even notice. Like, let's say look at all these chickens. Let's say you got 10 chickens and then one just disappears. You're like, oh, do I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, one fell off. It is what it is. It happens. Get yourself a new chicken, especially Future. But it seems like, he was a little bit soft about the situation. And I think it might have just bothered him a little bit more because it's Trippie Redd. I think that's the problem. He's like, man, like one of my chicks dropped off for Trippie Redd and I'm Future. A lot of this is ego games. A lot of this is status games. So Trippie trolls him back. And he's playing some music in the background. So Trippie Redd's in the whip playing Future, and Trippie's a fan of Future. I don't know how much we can actually play of that. This is the most interesting part though, and this is the hilarious part, and this actually, it got me irate. Future talks about this being cap, and he says, I stay out the mix, still get thrown in fake news. People trying to use me for promo is goofy. Anyone can put a name and say I text, ... Stop posting false-ish. I will be honest though, if they're saying that a chick made up this text thread, no way. A chick would not be able to think of the text on the left. Like the text on the left, it's a guy's brain. It's 100% a guy's brain. They wouldn't be able to text like that. And this irritated me because I posted this, and then Future has a PR team running defense on this story, which it's hilarious, but this is why it got me irate, because they hit me talking about like, yo, this is fake, blah, 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 this is going around. I'm like, are you sure about that? Like, yeah, it is fake. It's not fake. Well, we're going to talk about why it's not fake later, but that's just insulting to me that I don't know if these people are idiots and they believe that it's fake, or they're trying to lie and say that it's fake to get it taken down. But the fact that somebody has a PR team to try to make sure that he seems player when he's not keeping it player at all is just hilarious. This is an episode. This is why I think the Boondocks had to end, because how can script writers come up with something more entertaining and funny than this? This is real life. Like, you've got Future is paying a PR team to reach out to people to get a story taken down that's actually true of him being quote unquote tender. It's It would be one of the funniest episodes. Moving forward, we get some more proof. Trippie Redd also posts fake news on his IG story, and I think Trippie Redd's just trying to have some plausible deniability, because this doesn't work if everyone believes like, yo, Trippie wanted to get at Future. Because if you guys recall, there was a little bit of a beef between Trippie Redd and Meek Mill, and Meek Mill was selling his Maybach, and then Trippie Redd bought Meek Mill's old Maybach, and then Trippie Redd started flexing in the Maybach, and he was showing it off, and the only person that knew what was going on here was Meek Mill. So there was this like issue between them going on, and Trippie does get like that. I like that about Trippie, because he didn't need the clout of going at Meek Mill. He's just like, I hope Meek Mill knows I just bought his whip. It's kind of like some money games. So with the first post of the girl, it's kind of like a double entendre, but like social media diss type of flex, because the majority of us thought it was about Coi Leray, which it could have been about Coi Leray, and it would make sense if it were about Coi Leray, but it could have also been taking shots at Future, because he for sure knew this chick was one of Future's pieces before he linked with her. So that's another like a double whammy. You got two birds with one stone, and it ended up panning out for him in two different stories with one chick. So yeah, it was Academics that posted it and said Trippie Redd poking fun at Future after he debo his ex-ting. And then Trippie replied and said fake news in Academics post. It's still up there. Following this, we get a call that leaks from one of Trippie's mans on the phone with this girl, and this girl explaining the whole situation. And this is where we find out, yo, this is actually real, and Future's just trying to maintain this image, and this PR team's trying to do damage control, which is like, what? I get it, because image is so important, but why doesn't he just actually live up to the image? So first you're going to tell me Future wasn't doing drugs like he was saying he was doing drugs, and then he's getting people like Juice WRLD hooked onto the stuff, and then now he's getting portrayed as player. Meanwhile, he's not player. So what is Future? A good musician, I will say that much.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you're doing, but all that social media shit, man, we ain't with this shit, man.
I'm not doing no social media shit. I sent it to Trippie, and I was like, oh, like, you know him, like, aren't y'all cool? Because he said that's his favorite artist. And I sent it to him. He was like, oh, get that shit off your face. Like, whatever. He been was telling me that. Get the tat off your face. You're an embarrassment. You're for the streets.
But he's been telling you that. I mean, this ain't no new shit, you know what I'm trying to say? But why would Trippie Redd be doing that?
Because he's about to drop an album. And I feel like he wants the clout.
That's crazy.
I never said that shit out.
I mean, these rap niggas is crazy or fucking goofy. He a goofy,
but
man.
I told him that I have the text messages of me texting Trippie. I said, why would you send that out? I only sent that to you. He was like, oh, no, I sent it to my management.
He sent it to his management. That nigga push that narrative, man. Niggas trying to sell their music. Nigga, make music, nigga. You know what I'm saying? What you need us for?
I don't have beef with them, like, whatever. Like, yeah, I know I never should have done that, but I didn't think it was going to make it to the blogs and all this crazy shit.
Yeah, but you was on live tripping the other day, too, man. I seen it. I didn't even want to say nothing to niggas. I just be wanting that shit to blow over, man. Like, we ain't on that type of time now, you know what I'm saying?
Now, this just goes to show you, man, this chick is treacherous, because she's saying like, oh, yo, I think he wants the clout. So she's not even defending Trippie. She's not even keeping her mouth shut. She's answering phone calls from people on Future's team. But would you expect anything better from a individual, for lack of a better word? Let's be a little bit, not kind. Let's be a little bit clean cut. We're on the YouTube platform. It's like kindergarten class. Let's not call her, it's not even calling her out of her name, calling her name. So she's behaving poorly on this in terms of Trippie Redd. Like, if you're a Trippie, you got to listen to this, like, yo, what the hell is this chick saying? But we got to come at Future's mans here. It's like, yo, that's goofy, like doing that stuff for clout. No, we're not going to do that. Because remember when Future was dating Lori Harvey? He's like, tell Steve Harvey I don't want her. What does Steve Harvey got to do with the situation whatsoever? Steve Harvey never mentioned Future, but Future was using that for a clout move, and that was a song with 42 Doug. I think it was Maybach, a song that they had together. So Future does the same exact thing. Let's not play around about that. Maybe not to the extent of, oh, linking up with some other dude's chick, but like he would take shots at Russell Wilson, who was with Sierra in the beginning. So this whole, oh man, that's goofy, just drop music. No, a lot of the music that Future drops, it's reflective, and the lyrics are reflective of what's going on in his real life. And Trippie Redd, he's been dropping music. No, we're not going to compare Trippie Redd musically to Future. Of course, Future's got a deeper catalog, been in the game longer. That's not even a conversation to be had, at least for now. Who knows what Trippie Redd will do in the next 10 years? It's possible he gets even better and bigger. Although, not too sure about that. So this guy's trying to make it seem like Future's a saint, never coming at nobody. And how are you going to come at Steve Harvey? Like, Steve Harvey just be chilling. He just be telling people what they want to hear on his live show. Clean cut, not doing too much. And Lori Harvey as well, she doesn't really be saying too much either. So in that situation, Future's the one that looks crazy. Because you were all enamored with this girl, lust, whatever you want to call it, in love. You were doing the most for her. And then now she moved on. She didn't say anything about you or really anything about any of the guys that she deals with. Steve Harvey never said anything about you, never came at you sideways. And you tried to use that opportunity to seem more player and cool. But when Trippie Redd's doing it, you're like, damn, this inferior, quote unquote, inferior as in like less money, less clout, less acclaim, takes one of your old chicks who you supposedly don't even care about anymore. You message her and then it leaks, and then now you're trying to play this game of he's goofy. No, you were doing the same thing. And Trippie Redd, he's actually in the mix with you. And this is the thing. If he cast that chick off to the side and he took the watch back and he was telling her to take the face tattoo off, she's an embarrassment, before the Trippie Redd situation, that's what we're taking into consideration here, then why does he care? He threw her off to the side. The only reason we found out, or the only reason the story got as big as it was because Future was texting her and then she leaked those texts. Or she gave those texts to Trippie, who leaked them. So this continues though. This chick starts trying to run damage control herself. And she posts on her Instagram with the following caption. I want to sincerely apologize to Trippie Redd and his team for releasing a personal text phone call out of jealousy that had nothing to do with any of them. My actions were driven by emotion, and I deeply regret trying to upset him because he was seen with another female, someone who had nothing to do with the situation. It was wrong, and I take full accountability for letting my feelings cloud my judgment. She has no judgment. She got Future tatted on her face. What kind of judgment does this individual have? None. I respect his privacy and the people around him, and I'm truly sorry for any hurt or drama I caused. No, she's not. She loves drama. But they all know that. And then she goes on a video clip explaining everything as well.
None of that text or nothing was true. It was not true. I mean, the text was real, but Trippie had nothing to do with that. Why you got a filter on? Oh, you want me to take the filter off? Okay. But yeah, the text was real that I leaked, but Trippie and his team had nothing to do with that. I was just mad and being petty. And it turned into something that wasn't supposed to turn into.
So this chick is trying to run damage control right now, and I think Trippie Redd's in her ear, telling her like, yo, you got to say this. I don't think this chick leaked those texts. And Academics was even on live saying that this chick was saying that the only person that she showed those texts to was Trippie Redd, and then it gets out. Why would she just randomly leak these texts? It doesn't make sense. It was Trippie Redd that leaked them to blogs, and then it's going to spread, and it's going to help his album promo. That's the same thing why he's going with Coi Leray. It's consistent behavior with what Trippie Redd's been doing in the past couple of months. And then I know there will be some people that say things like, man, you know, he should just focus on the music. He should just keep dropping the music. Well, have you listened to any of Trippie's music before this was going on with what he's been dropping in the past couple of months? If you haven't, then shut up and sit down. Because the only reason you're paying attention to Trippie Redd right now is because these stories around him are going on. And then maybe you check out his music, maybe you don't. But the fact that he's on your mind is because of these stories. But you want him to just make the music. But when he was making the music and dropping the music, you weren't paying attention to him whatsoever or checking out the music. So when people come with these type of arguments, it's just frustrating to hear someone give an opinion without even thinking through their own opinion. They're just blabbering, like this chick over here, just blabbering, trying to fix the situation or repair it. And I think this all looks positive for Trippie Redd. He just took Future's chick. He posted another video with him playing Future's music. It is, if we're being honest, like some people say, man, that's lame, that's corny that these rappers are doing stuff like that. Well, that's what they're all doing. And they're doing it with athletes, and it's just ego games, and it's status games, and these girls are just pawns in the game, and they understand that they're pawns in the game, but they get the enjoyment of, I guess, the attention, the added clout, the money that's being spent on them. It's like, I don't even think this chick has tattoos anywhere else, and you're getting a Future tattoo on the side of your sideburn? What the hell is wrong with you? But Trippie Redd, excellent job. I'm liking this new, I wouldn't say this is like a Trippie Redd villain arc, but he's not giving a damn. This is 6ix9ine influence. Are we going to admit that? Are we going to admit that Trippie Redd's taking one out of the 6ix9ine playbook? we kind of got to look at it that way, because remember when 6ix9ine was talking about like he was taking Pop Smoke's ex-girl or something like that from Starlets, and he was doing this whole thing buying them Birkins. We haven't seen Trippie Redd trick off on this girl. Now if he gets her AP or something like that, I don't know, that would that would make this even funnier. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Trippie Redd has been releasing good music too, so if you haven't checked that out, you should. This is why I'm giving Trippie Redd credit, because he's not slowed down dropping all that BS music. We can't use that with Trippie, so he's adding fire to the flame whilst dropping solid music and getting ready to drop a new album too. I'm interested to see where this new era of Trippie is as well. If Trippie Redd was just dropping straight trash garbage, then I'd be looking at this through another lens. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to helloyassine.com. Thank you for watching. Peace.